this is me again. What's in my mind right now? In my mind right now is how hard it's getting to have a preteen about to become a teenager. Hard, not impossible, but also I learn a lot, and relationship with family members, friends, the role of mother and father, and I'm figuring these things out, and I just wish I could give to my kids a better, more safe atmosphere for them to grow and being loved and appreciated and not yelled at all the time. And I'm not losing my marbles quite yet, but I can see how when the kids are growing, as a parent, the problems are growing as well. That's a parallel. And I haven't been educated on how to be a great parent or any of that, and I've been probably nothing but pain in the butt for them, just complaining to even to my kids sometimes how it's hard for me to continue to be here. And I think I've put a lot of weight on them, and I think things have to be done because the kids should have this picture in their head that when they go home it's a safe zone and everybody's on their side. What's happening right now with my boys are they're just ripping each other off. It's something that is normal. I get it. Kids get like that. They get personal. They, everybody has been watching. We've been watching all those 4 movies of the Wimpy Kid, the Diaries of the Wimpy Kid. A very, very actual thing happening in our house. Only there are 3 of them, and the first and the third are not really being the nicest to each other. And my boys, every family has a different situation, but my boys are all like very close age, and my oldest has been having hard time at school and home, probably not feeling necessarily appreciated or loved enough or spent time with enough. And but then there's this distancing also, like he chooses to play his games and being with his friends more than his family. I try as much as I can to involve everybody in what I'm doing and what I do projects, and we do Secret Santa stuff, and we so that they can learn that it's not the world, the universe is not evolving around themselves, but try to take the focus from the self and take it out to the other people and their needs. That has been my goal so far, but I also understand the fact that once you turn towards puberty, towards the going towards an adult and being a teenager and all, like it has to be about you have to figure out who you are, you have to figure out what you want, and how do you shape your character in life, and what do you expect. So with the right guidance and friends, I think it works out well. But recently I've been trying to involve as many people as I can to come to our house and just spend time with them, so it's not just me, it's not just the mom in the house and always telling them what to do and things like that. It's tiring for me, and also I know they need the presence of other adults and people to, I've noticed, like when a friend comes over and they play together, the third boy I have, he just asks him questions about his body, like why is this like that, why have beer, like why, like interacting with a person that is not family member and that is welcomed in the house and safe. It's a safe place. But also it's me there too. So because I'm always like either making the meal, the dinner, or washing the dishes after, dealing with the little ones, going everywhere all around the place. So it's just, again, I feel the burden, the real burden of being a one parent pulling the wagon by myself, and the other parent is too busy with his career and school and business, too busy at home on his phone. And I think he's doing it at this point on purpose, which I don't really care anymore about, because to me that fight, I've lost it already a long time ago, like years ago. And so I am not being seen as a human. I'm being seen as an object, as a slave, really, to, you know, watch after the home stuff, the household, and whatever. Just throw her some money to you know, do whatever she has to do at home, and you know, everything is wonderful. Well, yeah, but that might have probably worked last century, but not anymore. And if you don't see value in people and just treat them like slaves, what you get is like they run away and they don't stick around. So it's been really hard. It's been really hard the past few days, and I think the past few weeks has been really hard because babies are sleeping. Okay. This feeling of stuck, not being educated about how to deal with the kids properly in a way that they don't feel hurt or underestimated, and also having in mind that I have to fight my battles on daily basis, living in complete isolation and just being thrown out there, like to just exist there. It's been really hard. And I picked up a friend yesterday from the airport. She lived here for I think the same amount of years as me, if not maybe a couple of years more than me, I don't know, but yeah, more than 10 years for sure. And she came back here for the holidays, and I'm really grateful for her because she's been dealing with similar situations to what's going on right now at home, and she's willing to go and talk to people at the school body about you know, the tension that has been built up on my oldest son, and how we can find a person or safe place where he can vent without basically necessarily the parents being there and tell him what to do, how to think, you know, just be himself, because he's not being himself at school right now, and that's really hard thanks to that weasel and his mother. And oh, I don't know, I don't really want to stay another day in this country, and it's not only because of that weasel. There will be always like weasel town, and anywhere we go and every community we go into, I get that you cannot please and you cannot be loved by everybody. That's impossible. But today I just asked that one question: was it really fair to start a family and plan for your whole life without the acceptance of the spouse? Like when you bring a partner to your own country, and you see that things are baffling, and you keep hoping that your spouse will get used to it and continue to live here in peace, just being like left there, either do full-time job or like raising the kids or whatever. That's not how it works. And I just pretending all this time that, you know, you're saying one thing, but you're actually, what you're planning is a completely different thing. Like planning to bring a foreigner here to, you know, be a good image for your international experience, and having an English school or after school, whatever, take care of other people's kids, because you know your kids, they don't need a dad. You know, they don't need a dad. Like just go teach, play with the other kids outside. Your kids will watch you from the window as they're doing their homework. That's really fine. I don't know what kind of person in their right mind would do that. I think if you have the capability to make 5 kids, you should also have the capability to make time for them and spend quality time with them, instead of being on the couch snoozing and babies all over you and like you're still on your phone. I think that's a person in his right mind wouldn't do that. But unfortunately that's what I live in, and unfortunately I'm running out of patience too, and nobody normal person would be able to endure that. Like a friend recently said, really funny thing, take your lips off the asses of your parents, meaning like Everybody Loves Raymond kind of story, and have the guts to take your own family and be there for them and live somewhere else, and you know, swallow up your ego and be somebody that you put your spouse into that shoes, and you didn't. And like, seriously guys, okay, or future me, I'm talking to my future me, that's right. If I was married to somebody and I brought that somebody to my country, and I see that somebody whom I decided to share my life with, have kids with, if I see that person is struggling where I am, because I feel comfortable where I am, right? If I'm in Bulgaria and I bring a foreigner there, and that person that I love and make kids with and share everything with, if I see that person feels miserable or it declines in activity, declines in capability, and becomes more resentful, I would talk to that person. We will assess the lifestyle, like what we can improve, and if I see that person doesn't improve, I would probably take measures and move somewhere where we can both feel equal. And I've said that in I don't know how many of my videos. It's just because it's the same old story, and that's the root of everything, and now it's piling up and it's weighing on my kids. So that is a problem. It's not just me anymore. And so pressure from school, not feeling stability at home, makes things go to drastic measures, and that's not okay. And so I have to be very careful from now on with how I deal with my kids. What do I say to them? How do I treat them, so that they are not my emotional trash can, you know what I mean? And that it's very interesting. This morning I saw a post on Facebook of a friend. She's a mother of many kids as well, and she lives in the States. She wrote something like that. When something happens at a home, which is very interesting, because that happened today. What happened today, my family happened today, and it was just like I was crushed. I was not prepared. I didn't know what to say and what to do. But we sent the boy to school anyway, so see, he went to school. But I read this, and it was saying something like, when somebody in your family is in the middle of a turmoil or dealing with something that includes mental health, is disturbed, do you take care of you first? Because if you don't take care of you first, how can you make sure that you're capable of helping that person in your family with their mental health and their turmoils, whatever they're going through? It hit me really hard, like right in the head, because to be honest with you, taking care of myself even in the smallest physical way or mental way, has been a challenge for years. And I've been dealing with everything by myself pretty much. I just got a pat on my shoulder, rub on my shoulder, when I lost my baby after the 3 boys and before those twins. So I'm saying that you've got to have some real gut to be able to continue to live here in this kind of circumstance, and to completely, absolutely neglect yourself and your situation, and be able to be there for your kids so they can feel home feels home, or like we do this for Christmas, or we do that for Halloween, or whatever. But basically what I have been observing for what happens to myself each and every new year is like I'm losing this excitement about doing things with them because they're getting older. But not only that, it's just I force myself to do things because we do those things, you know. So I'm to the point where I don't really care. Halloween, I don't care. Christmas, I try not to focus on the commercial world of that, you know, Santa and whatever. I do appreciate Santa and his presence. I just, at this point, I'm focusing more on the real reason why we celebrate Christmas, and it's not Santa's birthday, it's not my birthday. Yeah, maybe some people were born on December 25th, and that's great. And not really, because you get a cake and a present and not a Christmas present. I don't know. Maybe Santa gives you something. I don't know. But what I'm saying is like I really try to focus on the one thing that really matters the most, and that's my Savior. Because to be honest with you, he's been there in every step of it, of the whole entire Japan experience for me. Because there were many times I wanted to quit. I wanted to get in the car and crash in the first ditch I see, or anything like that. I've been tempted a lot of times to do that, but then it's just always the image of my kids in front of me, and because they came so soon one after another, they're dear and precious to me. So I don't think it will be fair. And seeing how my kid today talks to me through tears, that he doesn't really see he sees himself as a burden, and the world will be a better place without him. It just breaks my heart into million gazillion pieces, because the only thing I can see, the only good thing I see out of it is like when he looks back in the future and he remembers those experiences, he will be able to connect or lift up another person who feels the same way. So I think in essentially going through hardship, trying to figure out who you are, grow to be the teenager that you want to be, set goals, realistic and good goals for yourself, will help him in the future to be the person to lift up others. And I will be on every step of it next to him, even if it takes just me to do it. I'll do it. I don't live up to my marital commitments anymore, because I have given up long time ago. I felt betrayed and lied to so many million times, and it's been just a hell of a marriage. But I cannot leave my commitments as a parent. That is something that will weigh on you to the rest of your life, if you are the reason why your kids did this and that, and you would regret it to the rest of your life. And I know people do. No matter how much they try to justify their wrongdoings towards their children, I know it weighs on them, and that's a regret I don't want to live with. I have responsibility for those kids. I carry them in my body. I loved them before I met them. I will always love them, and even if they tell me in my face they hate me, I will always love them. I wish I had a good relationship with my mother, but I don't. And I do not have a good relationship or any relationship with my mother-in-law as well, because how I see it is she perfectly understands and knows how I feel. Maybe, I don't know anymore, but I don't really care. And she never, ever, ever stood up for me with that jerk, because he always will be her son, her firstborn. He fixed her house toilets. He built a school there next to her house. He employed her. She cannot go against that. So that tells volumes, and I'm done with a family like that. So yeah, that will be all for today.